Hello, Scorpio. I feel like, wow. You know that I like to meditate before starting the videos. And while I'm looking at the astrology, I start checking my decks. And I start to feel like, okay, which deck I'm gonna use for this reading. And this card, it was showing up a lot, Scorpio. So it really wanted to come out, this Ace of Goals. You have a treasure here, something that maybe you want to give, or maybe something that you are receiving. That this is very, very important. You know that whatever this Ace of Gold might mean in your life, this is something that could be solid for a long time, Scorpio. And you know, even though you represent transformation, transmutation, and you know, you are a design that emanates change. You're fixed. And I think that you are more than aware of that fixicity you have, you know. But, so when things come your way, whatever, if we're talking at emotional level, and definitely this is gonna be a very emotional, passionate, intense, and at the same time dark for you. There is so much creativity that is coming out of this passion. And this could be applied, in many different ways, and you know, but definitely I think that there is something here regarding maybe what you are doing in your career and your work that has a very high influence in your connections this month. Now, what is happening tonight? Because this is exactly why I was waiting for your reading. You know, I've been working in your astrology, in your chart, for already some time, Scorpio. And there is a lot going on. New moon in Virgo, your 11th house, full moon in Pisces, 5th house, Venus entering your sign from tonight, and all these aspects that these planets are doing that in some moments it feels difficult. And this is something that I think emotionally you have been processing internally for already a long time, Scorpio. There is some emotional regret that you might be experiencing during this period. And you know, like throughout this first part of September, even if you're a Scorpio out there that now is closing themselves in the caverns, or like not being like very, or feeling very open, I think that you know that you are attracting a lot of people and a lot of opportunities. You know, like a lot of people are wanting to be or connect with you. And you know, these people, maybe they are just acquaintances, people that you don't know or you didn't know that much in your past, or people that just simply have something to do with your work or a hobby you have here that you're starting and you're putting more efforts into. These people they have something very important here to bring you. And I think that you're starting to realize it, and probably also to enjoy it more. It's just that even though as Scorpio, you have been attracting all these opportunities and people wanting to connect with you, people wanting to talk with you, even maybe people wanting to come back, to you. You have been, socializing, going out, maybe doing some networking that has probably have here or is starting to have good results regarding your material life. Like maybe this is a good payoff you're getting because of your labor during this last period, you come from a period where you have been working a lot in your career, your hobbies, something that has to do with your vocation, and probably a new start regarding your vocations and a new position. Maybe that job offer that you were waiting for and now finally is there, and now you're entering the moment where you are connecting with all these new communities that have something to do with this new work you're doing. That it means a great deal, Scorpio. This is not nothing. This is something that, as I said, this could be solid for quite some time, But emotionally speaking, and this is for me like this reading, because having Venus in your sign, it has such a positive, like harmonious energy that is touching you right now. And this is where I think the Scorpio, when Venus enters right now in your sign, and maybe this is something that you have been feeling now, like you're starting to want to take care of yourself, even probably physically, like doing some changes or beautifying yourself, or maybe you haven't done anything about it, but you're starting to see yourself in a new light here. Like you're looking at yourself in the mirror and maybe seeing a beauty that you were not able to appreciate in the past. Like finding something about you that is almost like magnetic to other people. And this is really like positive in one side, but when Venus is in your sign, you probably know this as you are a Scorpio, Venus in your sign doesn't feel very comfortable. For you, it kisses you in a way that it brings all the sense of attractiveness, love, this sensitivity, even regarding your environment, that is like multiplying throughout this period. But even maybe, finance, guys, Venus is also a planet that talks about abundance, like she brings abundance. And maybe this is what is happening, like you attracting these opportunities that in the past maybe you were not able to see. Maybe you were in the waiting line, and thinking maybe, no man, this is not gonna happen to me. Okay, I've been working so hard to get to here, but I don't see this coming, and now suddenly all this is starting to come to you. Now, Venus is gonna be doing an opposition in a few days, so it's right now entering in your sign, and this is all the positivity coming through, this harmonious energy, this beauty that you are embodying right now. Like you're, Scorpio, as I can feel you throughout this month of September. I see you like plasma. And I don't know if you know what plasma is, but plasma, it's the fourth state of matter. Like, let's say, solid, liquid, and gas. But it's the fourth state of matter that It's actually one of the ones that we can find the most in this physical realm, but we are not able to normally appreciate it, okay? And so what happens with plasma is that plasma, when it's charged with electricity, or because it's a great conductor for electricity and also magnet fields, it can produce light itself. And one way we can find plasma in nature, when we can see plasma in nature, is, for example, when we see these lightning bolts during the storm. And that's what is happening to you during this month, or at least is how intuitively I can feel you. It's like you're being a lightning bolt this month. You're like that plasma that is able to produce light by itself. Even and most surely when we're coming from the darkness. Scorpio. I see this King of Wands, and it's coming in your obstacle. And for me, this has something to do with Mars being as well in the treatment, in exile, in Libra, from the 15th of September. Because, so imagine this, Venus is in your sign, but it's not really empowered in your sign, Venus. So Venus feels in some ways uncomfortable, even though it's bringing all these things to you. And then Mars, which is one of your ruling planets, is gonna enter also in a Venusian sign as Libra, which is kind of like these opposite energies going on with Mars and Venus. So it's a moment that, even though all this good it's almost like you are attracting, at the same time it's almost like you feel like this push and go, no, like push and pull, push and pull, push and pull energy. And I definitely feel like there is something here that you are very passionate about, and maybe this is what you're experiencing right now or throughout this month as your obstacle. Something that you really desire, Scorpio, because Venus also talks about desires as well as Mars, in a way, like passion. And you are the most passionate, intense sign of the zodiac, as you knew that already by experience. But so Venus first touched you, so Venus is kind of giving you something here that you're like, very seductive energy here, very sensual. And you wanting to explore maybe it's like in new ways, a different beauty, a darker beauty. And by the 16-17 until the 2023 of this month, so these are gonna be like maybe some heavy days, because Venus is gonna do a square to Pluto in your third house, and it's also squaring Saturn in your fourth and opposing Uranus in your seventh house. Definitely something that you feel as, it's like there is something that emotionally you want to offer here, or you would like to offer a Scorpio. So, as I was saying, when Venus starts doing these hard squares and oppositions. I mean, Venus opposing your 7th house, which is Taurus. I mean, Venus is, is the region of Taurus. So this is gonna feel probably for you and Taurus, this is like this axis between what is the depth waters and the physicality, the material, like what it is in this 3D world and what is under is like the underworld, what it has been kept hidden, and that it's very emotional. Venus here is wanting to explore something, or you are wanting to explore something emotionally that might have been kept as a secret for a while, or something that you were just, it's almost like there is a sense of darkness in this maybe connection, Scorpio. And I mean, you love darkness. Darkness it's your thing. But because you want to bring the light, that's also what you represent. Is like you represent that underworld that you are guided to embrace. And most surely during this period, I think that there is something here that you are really wanting to dive deeper in. And this is at a very emotional level, because it's almost like you have a passion here that you had been containing. This King of Wands is coming in your obstacle, and this is something that you had been, it's almost a Scorpio, you had been containing here a big fire that was very deep inside you throughout this time. And this 5 of Cups, guys, it could be related to experiences, or maybe a precise connection, or just in general connections from the past that you had been kind of like having some sense of regret or emotional, like feeling an emotional loss. But when the 5 of Cups appears, a Scorpio, it does brings a sense of probably you looking too much of what has been lost and staying in that suffering mode that you can sometimes attach yourself to that, so well, to that suffering, like, but not really looking what are the 2 cups that actually are still standing there for you, and maybe that you were not able to appreciate at that time, or still right now, Scorpio. And I think that this is what you're looking at during this time, and what probably Venus in your sign is bringing you. Because honestly, doing these aspects and transits of Venus with Saturn and Pluto being in this combination, and Uranus, this is this kind of emotions and process that you are experiencing right now, that I think is like really touching you at the hardcore of who you are and how you feel and how you want to connect with other people, Scorpio. I think that this is something that is even surprising you. And how hard is to surprise a Scorpio? How hard is to make a Scorpio like unveil the unexpected. You know? I mean, this is... Man, I knew that this reading, I knew I had to wait. You know, I knew I had to wait. It's like, if I feel it, I don't feel it, Scorpio. How you coming consciously. What it was fixed in your life, or what it looked fixed for you, is cracking open. You know, this is, it's like you are really transforming here, and this is something that is like, you're like, man, I mean, I'm talking about this unexpected, surprising like energy that, I mean, you tend to be a sign that wants to be in control of situations. And yeah, of course, you are the fucking master of intuition and the master of the emotions. But you cannot control everything, Scorpio. Something here is happening to you at emotional level that it's like you even didn't think, or you don't even, still right now, you don't even know what this is bringing you, but it's almost like you're having this, almost like this burst of passion and intensity right now, like, and emotional depth, and probably even spirituality, because guys, so talking about what is gonna come next throughout this month of September, like getting more concrete in these things. Your 12th house, Libra. So very soon, by the 23, 22, we are entering in Libra season, and Mercury is there. So you are a lot analyzing and exploring here things of the past, experiences from the past, even maybe doing some research in esoteric stuff. I mean, maybe this is something that already interests you. I mean, you know, and being a Scorpio, it wouldn't surprise me. But maybe during this period, there are some other alternatives you're looking for here. Because not only Mercury is there, but then Mars, it's gonna enter in this house. And then the Sun is gonna be there. So you're gonna have a lot of energy put in this house. That unconsciousness. You trying to work hard here, or you feeling the rush and also the instinct to dive deeper in things that probably were even hidden to you. And this is affecting you a lot at emotional level and how you connect with people, Scorpio. What kind of people you're attracting right now in your life. Because of course, I mean, as that plasma I was talking about, that can be like a magnetic field, and that yeah, you can now produce, it's like you're being electrified and you are like creating light by yourself. You're attracting so many people and situations and opportunities at all fucking levels here, like really. But it's like you don't stand with superficiality. It's not your thing. You need to dive deeper in the depths of the waters, of the darker waters, and like of also like on how you see these connections, that depth in connection, that merging, that is Scorpio. It's like it characterizes you so well, even though when you want to or you try to push that away because of the sometimes obvious problem that the Scorpio has to feel vulnerable. To feel vulnerable. Can you become this Page of Cups during this month, Scorpio? Do you feel that you want to become this Page of Cups? Maybe you wanting to explore your emotions in a new way, where you are able to feel vulnerable, where you're able to feel that you can express yourself at an emotional level without feeling threatened. Because that's for sure for you your biggest issue, is that feeling threatened. Feeling threatened, so a Scorpio wouldn't open up. And that same intuition you have, 8 of Cups coming in your environment. If I'm not mistaken, I think that this 8 of Cups has come already in your last readings. I don't recall if it was precisely last reading, or the one before, but could it be that this is the opportunity that you felt that you missed? Could it be? Or you feel. It doesn't have to be necessarily real, but this is how you are perceiving this environment, Maybe, if you're connecting, of course, with his story, Scorpio. Like, you perceive maybe this connection. I have an 8 of Cups, so we're probably talking here about, and looking at your chart, Scorpio, like, this might be precisely a connection in your life, or just in general how you perceive your intimate relationships right now, and like you trying to maybe like, it's like planning or starting or giving something here, like maybe offering something that maybe before it's like you didn't see. You were overly thinking of what it didn't work out, what it was already lost, But what also happens with you as Scorpio is like, you want to change here. You're very aware of this. You don't want to stand up any longer in what situation you were until right now. It's like there is something here that definitely you want to change over the situation. You are wanting maybe to open up about something that it's very emotional for you. We're gonna have a full moon in Pisces, a fellow water sign. And Pisces for you is your 5th house. And Neptune is there as well. Neptune, it's the region of Pisces together with Jupiter. And your 5th house is a house that talks a lot about creativity. You haven't here exploring or maybe arriving to, well, maybe going through, you know, it's like this Venus is like giving you this expansion in feelings, in also thinking about opportunities on how to reconnect, but at the same time it's taking you into that dark beauty of maybe this connection or this experience, that it's wanting you to see things here that are almost like a push to break whatever it looked fixed until right now, and that now can move into something new. Maybe regarding this connection or on how you feel this connection, Scorpio. And so this Piscean energy is also gonna be in a nice aspect to Venus in your sign. So the thing is that, and Jupiter, I mean, throughout the beginning it's gonna be in a very positive angle with Venus. So that's where, let's say, okay, Venus is kind of having this hard thing with like conversation with Uranus and Saturn. It feels super shaky, but at the same time so, and Pluto, man, like so shaky but so attractive at the same time, you know, like that's kind of like this energy. And this, like, I mean, it's your thing, you know, like this is the kind of energy that maybe for other signs it feels like overly too much, but this is the kind of energy that you can so well manage. It's just that in some moments it's like, I think you're gonna see the dark side of yourself because of this Scorpio. And you know, the full moon in Pisces and this Jupiter trianon, it still will bring some positivity to these hard aspects. So it's like, even though the shakiness, it's almost like this expansion of these maybe emotions or passion that for you in some way it's feeling super liberating, you know, like something probably here is happening, like you are wanting to reverse a situation. And it's like, because being on the King of Wands in the obstacle, like this contamination, this you feeling that you could maybe not express yourself, or something here about your communication regarding maybe this connection, or maybe with these people, maybe this is someone that is very near your family. I mean, you still have Saturn and Jupiter in your 4th house, and Uranus is in your 7th, so maybe this could represent someone from your family or your very close environment, maybe somebody you live in, you know, somebody that it's part of your home, a Scorpio. But it's like you want to reverse the situation here. You want to kind of like, it's like bring something that it feels like a real fucking passionate liberation. And I want to know what is coming next. Because this is what you're hoping for. I mean, guys, I cannot even make this. Really? I mean, do I really need to explain this card to you? Don't think so. I'm connecting maybe here with a Scorpio. Who knows very well who is having that cup that you have been searching for. And I know this is very specific, and I don't think that this will resonate with everybody who is watching the video right now. If it's not the case, just watch other videos, okay? Or leave your comments below, but I need to read the cards as they come. And of course, then I always try to take it at a general, more like collective level, but it's just that sometimes it becomes quite, you know, there is something here that is Scorpio, you are wanting to open up about that. It brings, I mean, it's your hope, but it's also what it has been your biggest fear. This level of connection, this emotional openness, Scorpio. You being able to take a step here, or maybe say something, or do something, or give something. Maybe this is something you want to offer that will put you in a position of feeling uncomfortable. But emotionally speaking, it's like, it almost feels like you cannot even fucking control it. Because you need a change. No matter the results, no matter what this could mean or what it might bring to this person, it's like a Scorpio, you need to move the wheel here. And the wheel, it's moving. And like, also, I mean, and looking at the scars, and thinking about this aspect of Venus in your sign, and then all these things that is going on here at the back of your mind, and probably it's gonna be there throughout even the beginning of October, because then it's gonna be your season, so it's normal. This is a period also where, I mean, we're gonna enter, I mean, we're already in Mercury shadow, and Mercury is in your 12th house, so this is almost, it feels in some moments like going backwards at a mental level, but it's actually taking you to the future. I mean, most surely to the present. And to that present that represents your future. If you follow me. Now, when you're doing all this shadow work, and you're not just like killing yourself for this, or maybe killing yourself because of your mistakes, or maybe what you didn't see before, or maybe what you didn't like, I didn't react in this way, I didn't la. Once you stop doing that, or you already work on that at emotional and mental level, it's almost like you will start also becoming so much aware that maybe the situations that had happened in the past where you had been regretful about, or maybe this emotional experience that had marked you in some ways, Scorpio, and that definitely had made you be in this protective mode, that didn't probably allow you to experience passion, your creativity, love, your relationships, your connections in general at the level you wanted them to experience them. And it's almost like right now, I mean, and it's also this thing, it's like your intuition, it's so strong, but it's also what can play against you, Scorpio, because what happens with the Scorpios, and please, Scorpio, don't take this as a critic, believe me, I understand you, believe me, like, is when you have this very powerful intuitive tool that is almost like automatic, you know, it's like a Scorpio enters in a room and a Scorpio already can feel everything that is going on in that room without even having to speak or having that conversation, or it's like you can feel the energy of everybody surrounding you like this. But when you have this kind of capacity, and also your psychic is so like awakened, and probably, I mean, during this period, it's like you are having this moment of, it's like you're having a huge awakening regarding this intuition and your spirituality, that it's also affecting a lot at a very positive way your creativity, even though in some moments might come from dark places. Okay? It's like the same intuition might have put you in situations where you just assume, and Scorpio, assume this, assume that, and because of that, then you find out yourself in situations where actually you maybe could have seen another solution to it. But Scorpio didn't want to see that solution. Scorpio, his intuition or her intuition was already 10 steps further, and no, okay, no, this is like this, so I'm not gonna move there, or I'm not gonna do that, I'm not gonna decide to say this, or I'm not gonna send a message, or I'm not gonna start maybe this new job or apply for this new job, or because I already know I won't get it, and blah blah blah, because this. Well, what if instead of assuming, Scorpio starts being more in the now, and even though this intuition is there and these thoughts are coming to you, you can experience all this and let these things flow through you, but with a level of consciousness enough that can allow you to still be open to what is right in front of you in that moment. Because at the end, this is really what you want. And this is very clear to you, even though probably this is very scary. Because if you come from a period where maybe emotionally you had been in retreat, or there was a difficult situation, maybe you already had, or we're talking here about someone that has already a relationship in their life, that maybe you are emotionally highly engaged to, or maybe somebody that you were highly engaged to in the past, or you are in, it's like the regret regarding the situation is like you want to heal this, and this is no longer working for you. Like, look at these guys. It's like you see this guy, he's on the 5 of Cups. Maybe you had some issues in communication with this person. Maybe there was some, as I said, regret or thinking too much of what was not working. But this guy, he's not looking at what he has here, which are the same 2 cups are behind him. And that he was actually dreaming about, or fantasizing about, or like still like maybe it was there, but you were so like a Scorpio in this suffering mode. You know what I'm talking about. And if you're staying in this, and you don't want this to happen, then what you have to do, Scorpio, what do you really feel you want to do about this? Like, is it possible that this is the change you want? The new start? No matter whatever results this might bring, but you're able like to open up yourself in a way that no matter what happens with this precise relationship, this is something that it's bringing you a real positive change. No matter what happens with this relationship, this is like the action you want to take here. It's allowing you to open up yourself, feel more creative again. I mean, man, this Piscean energy in your fifth, I really feel that you're gonna be in such a dreamy fantasy while Venus in your sign, having this maybe very erotical, I mean, erotical dreams or fantasies, and it's really crazy, man. I mean, you know that when I was thinking of Pisces, this is exactly the card that came out in my head, and it just came out because this is a Piscean card, Seven of Cups. Still, emotions. I mean, there are a lot of cups in this reading, Scorpio. So, I mean, Scorpio, it's obvious, the world, Nine of Swords, yeah. Like, it's insane, guys. Like, man, I'm so happy I decided to wait for your reading, because I really tried to start, like, I was thinking already like a week before, I was planning on starting on your reading, and then I was like, I really could not, it's like I really could not get there, Scorpio. I really felt I had this, you know, and probably it's also because I think you come from this period where you had been in this push and pull, push and pull, push and pull. Yeah, I want this. Yeah, this is really like, you know, like it's almost like, you know, it's like this fire that is almost like burning you inside, you know, like, but it has created so much pressure, and it probably like you feeling like you could not take action, you could not move forward, you could not, it's like you could not express yourself, you could not like find a way to grasp this so you could allow the change, you know. And like, please, like, please, Scorpio, it's like, man, I think I'm being it's like connecting here with a Scorpio, that something here is happening maybe for you this month, Scorpio. Maybe that precise connection, or somebody, it doesn't have to be intimate, I mean, in the sense romantic, but honestly, with everything that is happening, like, could definitely be, okay, that maybe during this period, these weeks, and this full moon in Pisces, there might be here some things that might come out of your dreams, Scorpio. And it's like you wanting to dive deep into these emotions that are like, it's almost like they are making you expand and feel probably also like, it's probably, this is something that's almost like you're seeing as inspiration. With the Seven of Cups is coming here, and like having Neptune in your fifth with the full moon, it really, something here, it's coming very clear to you, even though the fogginess, even though the clouds, even though all these unstable energy, and you feeling like, oh my god, emotionally very dispersed here, like what it is all about. No, I mean, this is like, it's probably even you feeling here emotions that are very new to you as well, Scorpio, as I'm feeling these cards. Maybe this could be already somebody that is already present in your life, but like the way you are feeling them right now, it feels very new to you. And maybe this person, like, you are experiencing here emotions at a different level, you know. And maybe this could just simply represent somebody new. I mean, being like having Venus in your sign, definitely, I mean, you are gonna be like a fucking magnet to people, Scorpio. So, you know, like, if you had been in this close up state, emotional state, or and feeling that socially you could not open up yourself, or you didn't feel like you connected or whatever, really, Scorpio, I think that this is a time for you to go out. This is a time for you to go out and allow yourself to receive all these things that want to come to you in the now. And also, like, pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to these, like, I think you're gonna be so like it's like you're gonna have throughout this period and until we enter in your season, Scorpio, it's like these really dreamy dreams that are, you know, I would say hot, at least, you know, but like, you know, but you like, you know, it's like it's so much your vibe. It's like it fits you, and you know you need to explore this. And I think this is something that is also, even though it will put you maybe in this sometimes cloudiness, it's gonna be like a source of magnificent inspiration. Okay, guys, I'm leaving it there. I wish you the best for this period, Scorpio. I think that you have a lot going on in your plate. I just think that you need to allow it and go there. Do what you feel that you're being called here to do, because I think that actually the results you might get from this would be much more than what you expected. Who knows? Okay, guys. Bye bye.